No, but is it not evident again? And I'm asking the same question: that are they really interested in retrieving their credibility when they already have made up their mind that no, whatever we are doing is correct? And and then the next question is that why should we give a benefit of doubt now? Has that stage crossed when you were supposed to give that benefit of doubt to the election commission? Why should we give the benefit of doubt now to the election commission when consistent stonewalling is so much visible? And it's not just now, it's been there for like so many elections. The same thing has been pointed out, but then always they have dismissed these questions.
The point is the credibility and the trustworthiness of the election commission is at its lowest now. Neelu, I do remember in 2001, I think, when the election commission was celebrating its golden jubilee, the then president K.R. Narayanan had said that the credibility of the election commission, people's faith in the election commission, is much higher than their faith in judiciary. That was the day. And today, more than 20% say that it is operating under pressure from the government. And the number of people who said that they don't trust the ECI has gone up from about 11% to over 30%. The CSDS opinion poll. Now, that is the kind of credibility that they have. What a fall compared to what KR Narayanan had said, the then president had said in 2001, that, election commission enjoys the kind of trust which is much more than the judiciary of the people. Now, that is. Now, election commission is a friend of mine had said, well, I mean, he must have seen me speaking here, there, or writing here and there. He said the other day that, look, Parakala, why are you worried so much about the election commission? Because don't you realize by now that BJP has Mahila Morcha, Minority Morcha, Kisan Morcha, Yuva Morcha, this Morcha and that Morcha. Now it also has an election Morcha. The Election Commission of India has become an election Morcha of the BJP. That's what he said, and it really shocked me. That is the kind of perception people have of the election commission. Now, you know um, um, what kind of a credibility will a mandate um, given by the election commission? For instance, election commission gives you the final figures after releasing the results. The final voting percentage is revealed after the results are declared. What kind of how can you, so therefore, the mandates given by this election commission become increasingly questionable. That is the worry.
No, but the kind of details which have come out now, we all know that election commission once upon a time was neutral, as what you rightly pointed out, that during K.R. Narayanan's time, he said that election commission has more credibility than judiciary, but those were those days. But looking at what all we are seeing in the current times, uh, what is the solution now? Because we've talked enough about vote chori, we've talked enough about the vote theft, we've spoken about the modus operandi. You yourself, since the last elections, we've been talking about, and we've been speaking invariably after every election. I've been interviewing you, and the same thing we are repeating over and over again, that there is a discrepancy between the actual voter turnout and the figures which are presented finally. Then several other people have pointed out, now Rahul Gandhi has come up with a modus operandi, that this is all happening very, very scientifically. What is the way out now? Is there what Rahul pointed out, that there is a certain syndicate which is behind this vote theft? How do you breach this syndicate? That is the question now.
Uh,
Election
uh,
credibility is no question now. Forget the election commission, because they are not bothered about even retrieving even a bit of their credibility. But the point is that if there is a syndicate which is robbing the votes, which is thieving around with the votes, how do you breach that syndicate?
Now, Neelu, I think you've hit the nail on its head. You said, one phrase that you used is forget about the election commission. I think I would vote for you on that. The thing is this: it may be very unpalatable at this stage. Many people, especially the political parties and observers, might feel that what I'm about to say is impractical, or too radical, or too extreme. But then let me say this: I think this election commission ought to go, and until that, I think if they don't agree now, but eventually they'll have to come to this conclusion that all the political parties who feel that there is a vote theft, a vote chori, and the elections are being manipulated. There's a large scale vote injection, and there is manipulation of voters' rolls. There is SIR targeted to like ethnic cleansing. They're doing political cleansing. Those who are not likely to vote are being removed without any explanation. if
Right.
if this is what is now in front of us, the solution is that the entire opposition should quit the Lok Sabha.
Okay.
One. One. Two, they should all together boycott elections until this situation is rectified. Now,
Okay.
why do
Now,
I say this?
let me
Why?
just
No, no,
interrupt.
1 minute, Neil. 1 minute, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Why do I
Yeah.
say this? Why do I say this? Why do I say this? You see, there is absolutely no point in going on contesting an election which that it is going to be manipulated, rigged, and vote chori happening, etc., etc. By contesting an election, your only political parties are only legitimizing a vote theft, and a government or governments, state governments and the union governments established as a result of vote chori are being legitimized. Now, withhold that legitimacy. If every political party who believes this, every political leader who believes this, if they boycott the elections until this entire mess is cleaned up, there's absolutely no solution to this. Please do not be under the false impression that you can fight this, you can win the next election, you can win this election, you can win that election, maybe you lost this, maybe you can win that. No, I think you should
Yes.
absolutely disabuse yourself from this kind of a delusion.
Right. Now, let me just interrupt you here. You said two, three very important points. One is, of course, you said that this election commission ought to go. Now, how will this election commission go when you have the appointment process which is so compromised? There is a law which gives complete immunity to the election commissioners. You cannot sack them, you cannot impeach them, you cannot proceed criminally in any court of law. How will this election commission go? That is my question number one. Question number two, then I'll later on ask about the opposition party. So first you answer this question first, and then I'll
Okay.
come to
Now,
the second question.
let us work it out backwards then. If all the political parties come out and say that we do not trust this election commission, and therefore we are not participating in this election process, and therefore the election process through which that faulty election process through which we are sitting here in the Lok Sabha and different assemblies, etc., we are just quitting all of them, then is the election commission's continuous tenable? Can it survive that?
No,
Can
but
Indian
even
democracy's
for
legitimacy survive that?